Welcome to the 2016 November edition of the PHHS High School video update. Thanks for taking the time to watch the update and hear about some things that are happening here at the high school and some things that might be coming up involving our students. Our guest this month is Mr. Bly, the Director of Music here at PHHS High School, as he leans in there and waves. As we're in the holiday season, there's quite a few opportunities for our students to be performing out in our communities and other places, and for you to come to our campus and watch our students perform. And I would strongly suggest you do that. You might know these students from 4-H or FFA, or watching them play on an athletic field or the quiz team, whatever it may be. The thing that just really puts a smile on my face is seeing these students that have so many great talents, watching them in the musical setting, be it playing an instrument, dancing, singing, or just enjoying themselves and performing. It's just really a neat thing to see. So I'd really encourage you, as he talks about some of these opportunities, to make your way out to those things, or come to our campus and see the young people perform. So Mr. Bly, why don't you go ahead and talk a little bit about some opportunities we have coming up for people to see our young people perform.
Sure, yeah. Well, the first thing we have coming up is our Senior Citizens Breakfast, and we are bringing in some senior citizens and the National Honor Society and taking them for a breakfast, and we're going to perform. And so that's on Thursday, December 1st. Is that December 1st? Next week on Monday, we are going, the high school choir and I, we're going to Toledo, to the zoo, to go caroling and spread some holiday cheer. So that'll be a lot of fun. And then a week from Saturday is our annual Christmas cabaret performance. And the theme this year is the Christmas Express. So the high school band and the high school choir are performing a lot of selections from Polar Express, as well as some other holiday music. Finally, on December 15th, we are doing our middle school winter concert. And so that's going to feature our middle school band and choir. And all of these performances, cabaret and the middle school concert. Cabaret is on December 10th. Tickets are on sale at the high school office for $8. That one starts at 7 p.m. And the middle school winter concert on December 15th also starts at 7. And there are no tickets to that one. So those are some cool opportunities to come out and see our kids in action.
And real quick with cabaret, I know we have a student that kind of takes the lead in that, but talk a little bit about the planning that's been in place for cabaret.
Sure. Cabaret's been around longer than I have been alive, and so there's a lot of planning that goes into it. There are committees, and students chair the committees. They decorate the the gym where the performance takes place. They decorate the hallway outside the gym. They serve food and hors d'oeuvres. And it really is a nice formal event that definitely takes a lot of planning. We've been working on this since early October. In fact, we've been working on it since last year when we were tossing around ideas for the theme. So we've definitely put a lot of work into it, and we're excited to put on the performance.
And as you're planning for that performance, there's also fall concerts going on, and there's musical things going on, and other musical items along the way there. So
yeah, a lot of people don't know what goes on behind the scenes, but when one thing is going on, that means that the thing two performances down the road is initiating some planning for that. So
yeah. So like the gig at the Toledo Zoo, I know over the past couple of years, it seems like I see our students doing some things they haven't done, some other opportunities that they've had the ability to go to or take part in. How does something like that happen? How do we get involved in that?
Sure. Well, I get a handful of emails and mailings, and then I sift through them and I meet with my student leadership to see what they might be interested in doing. Some new things that we are doing this year. One is the caroling at the Toledo Zoo with our encore group, which is our extracurricular vocal ensemble. The other new thing this year that is coming up in February is I'm working with a gentleman from the Walleyes and the Mud Hens to take the band and choir out there to perform the national anthem for one of those games. And then in May, we are planning to take our 7th grade, 8th grade, and high school bands and choirs to Cedar Point to perform at their Festival of Music. So these are all a bunch of new things that we're trying out this year.
Mm-hmm. And just opportunities for our students to be exposed to what music has to offer in terms of going other places, meeting other people, that people have some of the similar interests and things like that.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity to see other people perform and also perform for others. So that's great.
Yeah. Before we move on, I have another question for you. Before we move on past cabaret, again, I know I've already encouraged you, but this should be a tradition around the holidays for you as a family. It is for my family and my extended family. And it's just neat to see the number of people that are coming back through those doors to see this performance and to enjoy, our students and their talents. And it's an evening, like Mr. Bly said, get some hors d'oeuvres and get to spend some good time with your family and friends. So please do consider December 10th out here for that performance at 7 p.m. And there are tickets here available at the high school in the office. I see that ticket board often, and the tables are being taken up. So get on that quickly if you want to make your way out. Before I let you go, just talk real quick about the music department's involvement in the annual Veterans Day Assembly, which we had a few weeks back, because they play a really big part in planning that and really making it go. And every year, as I get feedback from people that are here, our students being involved really is the capstone of the whole assembly itself and program for them. And so we really try to focus on our students and our students thanking those veterans for what they do for our country, or what they have done. So why don't you talk a little bit about the music department's involvement?
We had all of our groups perform at the Veterans Day Assembly this year. It was a really neat event. Our high school band has performed the service songs for each of the branches of the military. Our choir and encore, they sing the national anthem and another patriotic piece. We also had our middle school choir students join the high school for a really cool, almost like capstone moment there during the program. Mm-hmm. We had at least 100 students singing on that last song there. But we also had about 60 middle school band students perform with the high school band on a neat arrangement of Hymn to the Fallen, which was featured in Saving Private Ryan. So there were a lot of memorable moments at that Veterans Day Assembly, and I hope that we can continue to provide a high quality experience for our veterans in the community.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so I think one of the ways that if you as a community member are watching this and you want to maybe piggyback on what he said, being able to provide high quality performances, is just get involved with the music department, and even if that's as simple as coming to a performance or coming to cabaret and supporting the music department that way, because obviously the ticket sales help to support the music department, or the musical in the spring. Those are all ways that you can get involved as a community member, or contact Mr. Bly directly, and he can give you some avenues to get involved also. Mm-hmm. So anything more, Mr. Bly?
No, I think that covers a lot of stuff.
All right. Well, thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, I'm gonna let him go back to class, and then we'll get through the rest of the update here for November 2016. The first thing I wanted to mention, as you go by the high school, you'll notice that the front entrance has been looking different for a little while now, and we are getting closer to that being completed. There's still some work that's being done on the concrete out front, and some decisions made on that. So that's going to take some time. But as you enter, you should be able to enter the first set of doors, which will be unlocked, and then come to the door by the high school office, be buzzed in, and that's how you get in now. So it's a much safer manner for entering the high school, and that was really number one in the renovation of that front entrance. Again, I want to mention in the newsletter, I kept the article about the district report card, and some information there. I think it's worth noting that recently the district was given the award, the Momentum Award from the Ohio Department of Education, and that goes to districts that have achieved pretty highly in the section of the report card they call progress. And really progress is just the value added measure for students, and value added just means, did students grow a year in a year's time here based on where they started to where they ended? And those numbers are based on test scores and some other input items. But the district scored very, very well on that, and then was able to receive that Momentum Award from Ohio Department of Education. And specifically, so the district received the award and the middle school received the award. So congratulations to the staff there and the students at the middle school. I continue to have an update about graduation for the class of 2018 and beyond in the newsletter. I'm going to keep that there for you and that resource for you to take a look at. We are beginning the retakes for end of course exams for students that we know we want to try to get some more points for. So we've had some remediation for them. This means we're reviewing with them, trying to get them set up a little more for success and getting more points towards that 18 total points on the graduation scale. And then also along with that, the class of 2018, which is the juniors, are required by law to take the ACT or the SAT, a college entrance exam. At Patrick Henry, we've decided to make that the ACT, and we will be doing that on March 21st here on campus. Every junior will take that, and that can be used, number one, for college entrance, and it will be used towards possible graduation. One of the pathways to graduation is scoring at a remediation-free rate on the ACT or the college entrance exam of the choice of the district, and that can get you to graduation also. Along with graduation requirements in the newsletter this month, I've linked a few articles just entitled Rethinking Graduation Requirements, and the State Board of Education has started that process of thinking about these graduation points, and if 18 is the number which is what is in law right now, is what we want to stay with as a decision for the state, or maybe backing that down and then stepping that up over a 3-year process. So more information will come on that. I'm sure you'll hear more in the media and obviously from us if that does change. Semester exams will be coming up in December. We have the Friday, Monday, Tuesday before we leave for break. Wednesday will be a full day here at school, but there will be no scheduled exams. We have a reward day in the morning, and then in the afternoon we have our annual class gains time. So that will be a Friday, Monday, Tuesday. Monday will be the half day like we always have. So full day, half day, full day. And then Wednesday would be the reward day and class games day. December 2nd, which is an upcoming date, is midterm. So at that point, any D or Fs will be sent out. No other midterms will be sent by mail. Please refer back to Power School if you have any questions. Okay, that will end the update for November 2016. I appreciate you taking the time to watch the update. As always, if you have any questions, please call the high school 419-274-3015.